Did Blizzard let us test some of the next support hero's abilities without us realizing? Let's have a look. It is a little early since Season 10 hasn't even started and Venture still needs to be released. But in Season 12, which I think is going to land somewhere in August, we are getting a new support hero that is currently codenamed Space Ranger. For now, all we know about Space Ranger is that she hails from the Mars colony. I didn't even know there was a Mars colony, but there you go. And we got to see some concept art of her in a snazzy spacesuit. She kind of looks like D.Va has put her mech in the wash on a weird temperature and it has shrunk. It happens to the best of us. But all kidding aside, she might actually have a lot in common with D.Va, especially when it comes to her abilities. Abilities that we might have played ourselves recently without knowing during that last April Fool's event. In this video, I want to run over 9 of the experimental changes that could be tied into Space Ranger. I'll keep the wackiest ones for last. Let's just start out with the obvious one, D.Va. Like I just said, those two ladies seem to have a lot in common, and I'm not talking about their eyeliner. Space Ranger's suit really looks like a pocket version of D.Va's Toki, a mech, and it might actually feature the same type of mobility. Well, actually, it might have better mobility. See, during the April Fool's event, D.Va could actually jet backwards, and she could stop her movement manually. While I was testing that in the event, it really felt like that big mech just got really nimble, which was a lot of fun, but it doesn't make a lot of sense for a mech that is the same size as a Volkswagen. However, it would make a lot of sense for a suit. In other words, it would be perfect for Space Ranger. And there were a few other mobility changes in that patch that caught my eye, like the rapid landing on fire. It would help Space Ranger to get grounded really fast, while Batiste's forward jump could help her launch off. Or maybe she uses the Junker Queen's knife grapple to set herself off. That knife grapple, by the way, was a lot of fun, especially since it had that short cooldown. But in the case of Junker Queen, it was a little too chaotic maybe, which fits the Junker Queen. For Space Ranger, it could be used as some type of device that she can attach to a wall and use it as a focal point when she gets in trouble. Kinda like they're doing with Wrecking Ball in Season 10. Or they could use the new May ability that we got in that patch to save herself. That May ability during the event popped an instant pillar under May and it kinda yeeted her off, which could get her to safety immediately. Or you could do a nice jump shot. And there are other heroes that have similar abilities, like Live Hero, but his platform does require some planning. This one was instant. You hit the double jump and off you go. I sometimes set it off by accident, because I do a lot of bunny hopping while I'm playing May. I don't know why. I think it is because it gives the impression that I'm doing something. Yeah, I'll get my code. In Space Ranger's case, it could be a quick boost up, like far up, but then straight up. And a lot faster. In the end, there's a lot you can do with a jet suit, and I'm 100% certain that it's not going to be everything I just listed. It would just give her too many tools. But I'm definitely looking at that D.Va mobility. Maybe one of the others. Like, I personally think that May escape, that would actually kind of be cool. But there's of course more to Space Ranger than just the jet suit. She is, after all, a support. And according to some rumors, she really is a healing support. So more like Mercy and less like Moira or Iyari. And we might see that focus on healing reflected in their kit. Well, most likely. The ironical thing is that Moira had some abilities in that April Fool's patch that drew my attention. It really felt weird for Moira players to see their heal ability switch to something that is very similar to Mercy's healing beam, and the damage being reduced to a short-range spray, like you're dusting your crops or something. But for Space Ranger, that might actually be what she's all about. Her healing could really be Mercy-inspired, while her damage might be a short-range ability, like a short-range jet boost. On the concept art, you can see that she has jets attached to her arm. Those will of course be used for her mobility. You know, that whole Iron Man thing. But it could also be used to chase someone away that is getting a little too close, getting into your personal bubble. And there's no better way to do that than with a short fire of your jet engine straight in their face. All their nostril hairs gone. And then in the April Fool's patch, Mercy had this really quick switch between damage and healing, in the sense that one was on left and the other one was on right click. Could work for Space Ranger. We've seen that in a lot of other heroes, so that is nothing new. So we have mobility, we have healing, and some defensive damage. What else could she bring to the table? How about some debuffs? I mean, there's no better way to get anybody killed by having them immobilized and floating up really slowly. At that point, anybody can shoot them, even I. But maybe that's a little too wacky. What I'm actually looking at is some of the extra benefits that Kiriko's Suzu bells gave to her target. See, they got a small damage boost, a small healing boost. They could move faster, and they had a 700% increased jump height. Look, if you have a hero called Space Ranger that is from Mars, you need to have an ability that makes your teammates defy gravity. and gives him a little boost. Put that on a nice medium cooldown and you'll see magic happen. It actually sounds like Space Ranger could be the first Space Priest. You heard it here first. In any case, as I said, some of these might really be Blizzard testing different abilities for an upcoming hero. And sometimes there will be opposing ideas so they can pick a favorite. And I want to stress the word might here, because on one hand it would make a lot of sense to test this during a popular event like the April Fools, just like they did with some of the rework and balancing ideas, which I mentioned in another video. I'll leave the link below. But on the other hand, they might not have done that at all. Maybe her kid is so unique that it doesn't fit with any of the other heroes, which would be weird. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. However, what I'm trying to say here is don't come after me if I'm completely wrong. That being said, for me personally, that D.Va mobility that may escape, maybe the more damage spray with a bit of a jet team, and Kiriko's buffs, that sounds like a kid to me. But I guess we'll find out near the end of Season 11. However, for now, that was it. A huge thank you to my patrons and my YouTube members. You guys make these videos possible. You have my eternal gratitude. Check out this video on the Mirror Universe team that we'll be getting in Season 10. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.